In this video, I wanted to give just a quick comparison of the two methods that we have for finding the volume of a revolution and a volume of a surface of revolution. Get the whole thing said there. And this is a table that I stole from OpenStax. I have a slightly different one that I'll share in class, but the idea is the same. So the way OpenStax splits it up is that it's the disk method and the washer method, even though those are basically kind of the same. The big difference is that the disk method, you are making a solid that's a solid. So there's no, say, hole in the center. So with this, we've got our independent variable is x, and we're rotating it about the x-axis. So the axis is the same as our independent variable. And this rotates it down here. And oop, I'm really drawing a terrible picture of this. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. And it makes a solid, right? No holes in it, gaps or anything. And we make slices of this, and those come up and look like discs. And then the washer method is essentially the same thing. We've got our variable and our equations are the same, and the axis we're rotating around are all the same. It's all the independent variable. And so we've got that it's doing, so it's hard to do these upside down here, but we're rotating this around and you end up with this guy that's got a hole in the middle. Around like that. So it's kind of got like sort of like a donut-y shape there in the middle. And now when we take a slice of this, so we're still slicing it. So no matter what, we're slicing it, but our slice has got this hole in the middle so that we've got that, again, that inner radius and that outer radius, and we have to take away that inner radius. We've got to like punch the middle out of our donut. With the shell method, the difference is that the what we're, and actually that's not what I want to underline, that all of these we're doing around the x-axis, is that the axis that you're rotating around and the variable that you're integrating with, they are opposite. That's when you use the shell method. So here we've got a function all in terms of y, and we're rotating around the x-axis. So this is making a similar kind of shape as in our first example there. It's a solid shape like that. But instead of discs, we're going to make those nesting cylinders. And that's what we're going to use to find our volume. So we will talk more about this in class, but that's really the big key to look at, particularly when to use the shell method. It's when the variable that you're integrating with respect to is different than the axis that you're rotating around. If the axis you're rotating around is the same as the variable that you're integrating with respect to, then you're using that disk or washer method.